Daily Mad News. Mad News. Daily Mad News. Mad News. Daily Mad News. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Mad News with your host, for Bizzo, coming to you live and direct from the Mad News headquarters right here in London. So, what is the Mad News for today? Daily Mad News. According to the BBC, the immigration status of benefit claimants has been published for the first time. So, in an article written on the 15th of July 2025, it says, data showing the immigration status of those claiming universal credit, UC, a benefit designed to help both employed and unemployed people with living costs, has been published for the first time. So in June, nearly 8 million people received universal credit, which is 83.6% of whom are British and Irish nationals. So more than 1 million claimants were born overseas, including around 700,000 EU citizens who arrived in the UK before Brexit and have the right to live and work in the UK. Daily Mad News. Another headline on the same topic here says the number of universal credit claimants who don't need to work soars by 1 million in a year. Shocking data shows. So let's actually have a look at this. The Daily Mad News. So this is a document from the DWP that shows the official statistics, which indicates the universal credit statistics from 29th of July 2013 to 12th of June 2025. And it applies to both Scotland and Wales. So we're going to break it down because I've actually worked it out in a spreadsheet and we're going to be going through it. So this is the main story they're saying. They're saying there are 7.9 million people on universal credit in June 2025. And it says up to 6.8 million people on universal credit in June 2024. So that means that there is a 1.1 million increase on the number of people on universal credit. Daily Mad News. Of the people on universal credit in June 2025, 76.4% were from white ethnic groups. Yeah. Asian British groups, 10.3%. Yeah. Black African, 6%. Mixed ethnic groups, 2.9%. Other white ethnic groups, 4.4%. So out of that other ethnic groups here, they broke it down as well. So what I've done to understand these statistics is that I have plot added like this. So I'm going to break it down, but let's just go through it as they said it. Yeah. The number of people on benefit, yeah, as per the statistics, is 7.9 million people, which is 7.9% people, 7.9 million people. 76.4% of those were white ethnic group. White ethnic group, 76.4%. That means out of that 7.9 million people on benefit, there's 6,035,600 white people on benefit. Daily Mad News. 10.3 Asian groups. So there is 813,700 Asian ethnic groups on benefit. Now, Black African, Caribbean, African, wherever ethnic group, 6%. Out of the people on 7.9 million people on benefit is only 494,000 Black people on benefit. Now, mixed ethnic people, 2.9%. 2.9% of 7.9 million people will give you 229,100. Whereas the other ethnic minority people is 347,000. So, and then total number of people, breakdown of everything is, if you have to classify them by race, This is what it looks like. Total number of people on benefit, 7.9 million people. White people on benefit, 6,035,600 people. Asian, Chinese, Indian, anybody within that ethnic group, Asian ethnic group, there are 813,700 of them on benefit. Black people, African, Caribbean, Black British, wherever you're black, there's only 474,000 of them on benefit. Mixed race people, wherever mixed you are, there's only 229,100 people on benefit. Other ethnic group is only 347,600 people on benefit. Now, if you now break this down, based on the ethnic groups and break down on the work requirements, yeah, we can break it down as such. Now, out of the people on benefit, yeah, out of the 7.9 million people on benefit, yeah, the fact is that there's actually 2,686,000 people that are actually working and on benefit. I mean, there's 2.6 million people, almost 2.7 million people working but still on benefit. We have to put that into consideration as well. So if you take that out of that, if you take 2.7 or 2 points, we know that obviously there's over 5 point something million people on benefit that are not working whatsoever. Now, let's go deeper into this year. Daily Mad News. In June 2025, 9.7% of those, yeah, right of about it, I put it there, 9.7%, 2.7% indefinite leave, refugees on benefit, 1%, because there's a lot, 1.5%, because there's a lot of information they always say in the news where, oh, refugees are coming here to claim benefit, but we actually say that the number of refugees on benefit is actually 1.5%. But let's keep going. So I've broken down this information, all this information here. I've broken it down here. Now, if you have a closer look at this now, we realize that EU settlement, yeah, and EU settlement are 766,300 settlement. I'm going to prove to you why that is here. Now, people with indefinite leave to remain, yeah, there's only 213,000, 300,000 of them on benefit. If you look at refugee, there's 118,000 of them on benefit. Limited leave to remain, non-EU settlement, 79,000. Humanitarian group, 53,300. Other groups, 31,000. So this category of people, yeah, non-British citizens, yeah, including the EU, the indefinite right to remain, the refugees, the limited to leave, all these groups, the number of them on benefits is actually 1.2 million people, which is only 16% of the people on benefits. Daily Mad News. So all these people put together, they're only 16% of the people on benefit. Now, these are statistical facts. These are statistical facts here that I want to bring up. 1.5% of people on benefit are refugees. We can see that, yeah. 770,000 EU citizens are claiming benefit since 2022. Since the Russian invasion, yeah, 770,000 people, but according to the applied, but according to the information from the official statistics, yeah, 760 from 2022, 766,300 people from EU, most especially Ukrainians, are on benefit. Now, if you don't believe me, I'm going to show you the facts there. Daily Mad News. Ukraine permission extension schemes. People that come from Ukraine, what does it say there? Let me show you there. See, instead, this extension will be able to be free and will grant the same right to work, claim benefit, and use the NHS as before. Now, we've seen the reason why the number of EU settlements went up by 766,300, because the government has already given the EU settlement the right to come and claim benefits. So, you know, we've seen the reason why the number of benefit claims went up. But chill. Let's see how this will be manipulated by the far right, right? Daily Mad News.
It's official. Foreigners are coming to Britain and milking the benefit system dry. Around 1.3 million foreigners are now claiming universal credit.
Now, if you look at the 1.3 million he's talking about, yeah, okay. For those of you that know Excel work here, let's put it here, yeah. This number here, let's say it equals this number minus this number. So the people that's actually coming out from different parts of the world, have you seen it there? The people that are actually non-white, let me just put it there so people can be happy. So statistical, so non-white claimants will be, you see that, 497,700. If we subtract the Ukrainian, if we subtract the people that are not British citizens that are claiming benefit, and we subtract the people from Ukraine, yeah, out of it, we're going to realize that out of the 7.9 million people that actually claim benefits in the country, the non-white claimant, yeah, let me put it in, the non-white claimant is actually less than 500,000 out of the 7.9 million claimants. But let's listen to what my man has to say. Daily Mad News.
The number of migrants on the benefit increased from 906,000 in June 2022 to a whopping 1.27 million in June this year. Some 738,000 of those migrants are unemployed, while 511,000 are in some kind of work but still receiving benefits somehow. Most of the migrants receiving the benefits are EU nationals, comprising 770,379 of those claims. So, just for a bit of context, right, this represents just under a 20% increase from 2022. It's a remarkable increase, that, isn't it? Now, non-EU nationals accounted for 492,502 of the universal credit claims, which, and this is the really astonishing figure here, that is up 87.6%. So let's break down who these non-EU nationals are. Now, apparently, we're not allowed to know exactly what countries they're all coming from. We wouldn't want to stoke racial tensions now, would we?
Daily Mad News.
But I want to be clear. This isn't about race. It's not about hate. It's about respecting the British taxpayer, the people who built this country and continue to build it and to fund it. And frankly, you guys at home, everyone in this country who works hard and pays taxes, deserve some standards. If you come to Britain, you should and must speak English. You must get a job, contribute and integrate into our way of life. Why is that so much to ask? Why is that such a big deal? And if you don't, why should the hard-working taxpayers and citizens of this country be expected to fork out for a free house for you, hire you a free lawyer, and at the end of it all, provide you with a cushy taxpayer-funded lifestyle? This is a country, not a refugee camp, nor a holiday park for the world's useless people. It seems to me we now have very limited options, and the only one that's going to start working is by deporting people like every other sane-minded country around the world.
Daily Mad News. We have 56.6 million population of the country. 48.6 million are white. 5.5 million are Asian. 2.3 million are black. 1.7 million as a mixed race people, and other people are 1.2 million. Now, if you have to go according to the statistics here, that means that 2.5 million people in England are black. There's more white people on benefit. There's more. The number of white people on benefit is 3 times the number of black people in this country. 6 million out of the people, out of the population are on benefit. You're not talking about that. The British Army need British people to go fight for this country. They're not doing it. 10% of the people defending these countries are foreigners. While there's 6 million British people sitting at home on benefit, 10% of, and out of that, 1,350 are African soldiers. 1,350 are African soldiers. Now, another thing I would like to bring into this is that when you see far-right stations like this trying to speak, hey, let's look at the facts. These are the facts. There's nothing else you can say. These are the facts. These are the facts of the benefit system. Yeah, you can see the graph there. Let me make sure you guys see properly. Yeah, these are the graph there. These are the graph of the benefit system. Yeah, you can see yourself. 76.4% of people on benefit are actually identified as white. 76%. How much are those 76%? How much are they putting into the coffin? 76% of people in the country claiming benefit are white people. This is one of them. Let me show you. These are the people on benefit. Listen to him.
They're taking all our jobs.
What qualifications do you have?
None. They're taking all the qualifications as well.
Over 6 million white people are claiming benefit, which is the 76% here. All other races, look at them. Bro, the next people claiming benefit are the Asian people. Either Indian, Chinese, whatever, Asian ethnic people. They're the next 10% of people on benefit. But 76% are white people. I mean, so let's stop all this ratio, whatever, man. Look at the graph. It's saying it there. Daily News. All I'm saying is, England doesn't want to open this Pandora's box about this old racist idea that we don't want people that look like us. We don't want us to come here. Because if you look at the benefit system right there, you can see that the number of people actually claiming benefit are white Europeans. They're not Africans. They're not all those people. They're not.
Kasongo, yeah. Mombari Nanga.
The number of people from Kasongo is actually minute. So please, I'm just saying to these white people that are trying to turn this benefit system, calm down, chill. Daily News. Okay, fair enough. The number of benefit claims has gone up. But we have to understand that what's happening in Russia and Ukraine has bumped this up by 766,000 claims. So when people want to hijack this and far-right people want to hijack this, you have to show them the data. This is the real data. Don't start giving us show us the real data. And let's see by race who actually is claiming the benefit most. The white ethnic people, the so-called white ethnicity people are claiming 76% of the benefit. There's 6 million white people on benefit. Let's talk about trying to get most of that population off benefit, because they are the highest on benefit. Let's try and take them off benefit and the economy will be better. That's what I think anyway. If you like what I do, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Until I see you on the next episode of the Daily Madness. It's your boy FOB. Daily Madness. Madness. Daily Madness. My news. Daily Madness.